What's going on, crafty nistas or new friends that have popped up to see my story? I am a craft fiend. I love crafts. But I wanted to take a break from my channel and let my subscribers know what is going on with me, and also just to tell my story. So as I'm sitting up here in my craft room, I can honestly say it has been close to a month, maybe about three weeks since I have actually been up here in my craft room. And what I have up here on my desk has been here all that time because of my story. So about 15 years ago, I was a newly married. I would say newly. You're 2, 3 years married. You're newlyweds. You're newly married. I was a newlywed married woman, and one day I woke up and experienced pain in my ankles that I never experienced before. I was wondering where it came from, what it was. It was a deep, all I can say is a deep aching sort of pain. Lo and behold, to me, it ended up being arthritis. And I wouldn't find that out after a little test here, a little test there, because at that time insurance wasn't mandatory. So me being young and not making much, it took about, and my older son is making a lot of noise, it took about, oh, I don't know, 6 months before I actually got in to see a rheumatologist. And when I went in, I was literally on crutches given to me from an emergency room, and that's how I'd gotten around until that happened. So once I went to the rheumatologist, I got diagnosed right away, which was amazing. Now that I know what I know, a lot of people have issues getting diagnosed and are not diagnosed right away. So I got diagnosed with lupus, and I can honestly say that I have had the mildest of it, thank goodness. I have not had, knock on wood, I've not had anything attacking any organs or any major issues that way, but I have had joint issues. I haven't had too much of a skin issue. I have had a point where I had to go get biopsy, and I had lesions on my legs years back. But my issue normally is my joints and fatigue. Fatigue comes and goes. Sometimes it's worse than the other one. Sometimes it's worse than others. Usually in the wintertime is my worst. Although here I have, the last 3 weeks, there has been a lot of storms, a lot of rain that have come through, and I can honestly predict it when it comes. I just feel horrible, and that's how it's been the last few weeks for me. That's why I haven't been filming and why I haven't done anything. You may look at someone that's going through something like this or hear it and you're like, well, you need to lose weight. You're probably just overweight, or you're tired. Just take a nap. You'll be okay. That's not how it is. When I first got diagnosed those years ago, I may have been 10 pounds overweight. I mean, I had, like I said, a young kid then. My 17-year-old was 2 or whatever. So I may have had, and I was young in my 20s, I may have had 10 pounds on me or whatever. I was never an athlete, but I was pretty active, going here and there and trying to be in the street, doing this and that. So that wasn't the issue. But over time, of course, when you're not active and you're not a bird eater, or you're not a restrictive person, weight picks up. So that has, been an issue with me as far as self-esteem and depression with the weight gain. But as far as someone outright helping, no, there's nothing that I could do. There's times where you can cut back here and you can cut back on things there, but this disease is pretty aggressive. It doesn't, stop for, anyone. As you can see, there's celebrities that have it. So, but I just wanted to come on and kind of give a look at, someone that has it and what they're going through, and then let others know that just because you can't see physically, blood pouring from me, or I'm not on crutches right now, I'm not in a wheelchair or anything, that someone does have a disability and it is excruciating. I could sleep. If I could sleep for hours, days probably, and I'd still be tired. I'm tired all the time. And the joint pain, it fluctuates from the ankles to the knees to the back, and that mixed up with fibromyalgia, which I was diagnosed with about 3-4 years ago. And the mixture of those, the fibromyalgia, the pain is like I can't stand to be touched in different ways, or that you would just come up and say, hey, good job, on the back. To me, that could be like, you need to get back because I'm about to punch you. But I just wanted to share that bit and let my subscribers know why I don't have a schedule up, or why there's times when I've been MIA for a while. This is something serious here that I'm going through, and I'm not leaping out on you. I'm just trying to deal with life. So, but the kind of side effects are, like I said, the fatigue and the joint issues. For me, those are the ones that I have. Everyone has something different. There's times when I've had the skin. My hair goes back and forth. I don't have my curls out today, but my hair is significantly shorter. I've had to cut it because I've had a bad patches of hair loss and things going on. But I don't like to dwell on a lot of the side effects, but it's a lot you have to deal with. But the main thing I wanted to tell is what I'm going through, and that just because you don't see someone, don't count them out. I have to remind myself that at my last place of work, I am not working right now because I have a 2-year-old, or fixing to be 2-year-old this year, and I am at home with her, and I thank goodness that I am home, because I guess that I get to rest my body. And the time that I have with her is precious, and so I'm glad that I'm able to take on to that. And I can honestly say that my positive ANA, which is one of the factors in diagnosing lupus, was negative, and my arthritis and joint issues were very little when I was pregnant with her. So I think that was faith-based. I think that was a miracle, and I think that was just something that was for me and my family to do, and I'm glad I have her. But I was going to say something, I don't remember what it was, but I just wanted to reiterate that. And I am glad I got my story out there, and I want to say thanks for watching. And for those that are crafters that are still listening, see you later, Craftinistas. One day.